What's up, YouTube? Hopefully all of your guys' holiday weekend is going well. Hopefully you're scalping strong. Hopefully you're opening strong. Crack those cars, get them out of their plastic and cardboard. I picked up today, these were 70 cents at Kroger's. So I got a bunch of the Infiniti and the Chrysler and the Lambo. And I got a couple of the Alphas. 70 cents a piece. Yeah, that's a pretty good price. I think I got like 20 of them. 14 bucks. And I got a package today, which I'm going to get to. It's nothing spectacular, but it's pretty cool stuff. But first, I want to open this. I know I've opened one of these. I grabbed an extra 5-pack, and I've taken it to the local meet every Saturday, and I've got a retail price on it of $5. It's actually less than retail because there's no tax and no one's interested. So for $5, I think I'll pull the Skyline out and just have a second Skyline in my Skyline collection. Historically, multi-pack Datsuns seem to hold a little bit of a higher value. I'm not gonna crack any of these others on camera. The only other one I'm gonna keep, and I'm probably not gonna keep any of them. I will probably give those to my daughter, or actually what I'll probably do is I'll put them in, I have a little box of play cars for when my nephews come over, because I don't really want them playing with my collection. So I'll probably just toss them in there. But this Skyline is sick. If you guys haven't had a chance to pick it up, it's the multi-pack from the Nightburners. Really good detail. Brake lights, indicators. You have the GTR Skyline. The wing is actually part of the casting. It's not plastic like it is on some of the R32s. Pretty decent wheel choice. Got some sponsor badges here with Hot Wheels and what is that? MOA? Shin? I can't really read them. Ramish? But a really cool little Skyline. Good detail. And for any of you customizers that have a steady hand, I'm sure there's a lot of really good detail work that you could do to this. But you already get pretty good back-end detail. Obviously, if the brake light encasement was black, it would definitely look better. And, you know, something like that I might be able to do. Brake lights are easy if they're round because you can get those paint pens and it just dabs a perfect circle on it. But I definitely don't have a hand for that kind of stuff. You guys have watched enough of my videos. You've seen me doing this all the time. But it's a cool Skyline. If you guys are into JDM, yeah, I'll probably have it now. That thing is warming pegs around me. It is not nearly as hard to come by as I thought it would be. Alright, I've cracked this one on video as well. But I noticed on mine, and this is in my collection, my personal collection, in my retro set that I'm going for, it's missing a huge chunk of paint on the roof. It's like a huge chunk that's just not there, and it looks really bad. So I wanted to get a better version of the car in my collection. And this is so nice looking. You know, I like the GT cars, but I think I like the Forza cars better. I think the Forza set was a better set. This Corvette is nice, though. I really like what Chevy has done with this car. I like what Hot Wheels has done with the casting. Real Riders. Gotta love that. And then this next one, speaking of Forza, I have this in my loose set. There are certain cars that I collect where if I have them in a set, I'll keep them in the set, and then I'll try to have a separate one that's not part of the set, and then I'll try, if it's something I really like, to keep on card. And so I've got a few of these. I bought a couple of cases of these, and I also ended up getting a box set at Toys R Us. So I'm going to take this out of the package just to have in the collection that's not part of the set. This Alpha it's dope, and the card art it's sick. Really, the card art on all of these Forzas is really nice card art. But this is going to be the hot car of the Forza series, I think. I think time will tell, but I can see this being one that ends up being pretty coveted. It does bear resemblance to the Vintage Racing series. It bears resemblance to the Vintage Racing Datsun, even though it's a completely different manufacturer. There's still really good detail in the car with the painted grille, headlights. You got the Italian flag colors. Awesome Vintage Racing graphics on it. Just a really cool little car. You have the chrome trim around all the glass. So that's a rad little car. Awesome car for the collection. And then these last four were just from just a cheap Facebook purchase. These have not hit anywhere in my area that I know of. Before I crack these open, I do want to snap a picture so that I can... I just want to share them with my local group. Like I said, locally we haven't seen these cars yet, so I know, you know, wherever you guys are, you probably have had these hit. So this is the 64 Austin Mini. Unlike the Hot Wheels, this one does have a plastic base. Actually, I think the Hot Wheels has a plastic base now too, but for a long time it had a metal base, even in the Mainline. I just think the Matchbox is a better casting. I think they do a better job with the detail at the dollar price point. Now, when you get into the premium stuff, I definitely think Hot Wheels outdoes Matchbox when you get into the adult collectible stuff. And it's kind of surprising to me that there's no detail on the back of this. That's pretty uncommon right now with Matchbox cars. I mean, they've been putting out headlights and brake lights on just about everything. But it's a cool little car. I like the color. I like the black hood. Pretty sharp looking little Mini. So I picked up one of those. I picked up one of these, which I don't know if I don't think I have this casting in my collection. I know I don't have the Mini, and I'm pretty sure I don't have this. The 55 Ford F100 delivery truck. I really enjoy Matchbox cars. And this is a heavy casting. It's a plastic base, but it's a big chunk of metal. It's got a really good look to it. Side view mirrors. It's a flat blue color. And I think this would look great if they would have weathered it or just rusted up the rocker panel and the fenders. That would have been awesome. But it's still a really nice looking truck. It's real clean. So you have the MBX City store open all year. This is truck number 11 in their fleet. And again, you don't have the detail on the back, but on this one it's kind of understandable because you have the side detail. And typically with mainline Mattel cars, they get 2 passes through the tampo press. So if you get side graphics, typically you don't get front and back. And if you get front and back, typically you don't get side. Now that's not a set in stone type of a deal. There are exceptions to that, but as a general rule of thumb, they get 2 passes. So most of the time, I prefer the headlights and brake lights. In this particular case, I think I like it the way it is. I think I would take these graphics over the brake light detail. Because on this, it's all sculpted. It would be really easy, even for me, I think it'd probably be pretty easy to add. And then on the front, you know, it's all chrome anyways. So not a big deal to me. I like it the way it is. I think it's a pretty cool truck. And then we got a couple more here. This one, yeah, I'll do that one last. Man, I've been seeing people posting pics of this thing, and I've been wanting it. I've been wanting this one bad. I finally got it today. The 59 Chevy Wagon with the canoe. Looks very similar to the Cadillac Wagon, but it's definitely a better casting, I think. And I really like the canoe on top. You know, it wouldn't be hard at all to detail this up and just paint the rack black so it separates it from the canoe. That would be really easy to do. Blacked out tinted windows on it. I mean, the back end, definitely a lot to be desired there. But again, if you're someone with a steady hand, the sculpting is there, so probably wouldn't take much to detail that out. But otherwise, it's pretty good. You do get the chrome trim there on the side. You've got the door handles, steel wheels with hubcaps. It's a really good look for this car. Chrome bumpers, which are part of the base. And then the headlights are part of the chrome base. So really sharp looking station wagon. For all you station wagon collectors, I know this is going to be a huge hit. And I think what I'm going to do, of all these cars, this is the one that I bought multiples. I think I'm going to crack another one and pop the canoe off and just have a regular wagon. I did that with the Cherokee from the Jeep set. Took the raft off of it. It looks really sharp. Other than the hole that's on top. Just a little hole. But that's a cool little station wagon there. So when those hit locally, I'll probably be grabbing a few more of those. And then this one here is a new Hot Wheels release that I haven't seen anywhere. And I'm surprised that the scalpers, I don't know if this is going to be a car that the scalpers really go after. I picked up those factory custom Skylines, and the guy that I got them from lives in Indonesia, and or it might be Malaysia. He has factory connections. I don't know if it's like a cousin or something like that. But anyhow, I asked him, I said, hey, if these come out with a factory custom, let me know. I'm in the market. And he replied back, LOL, those cars didn't make the cut. And I think that sucks. Because when you look at this car, this is JDM in its purest form. The Datsun Fairlady 2000. How did this not make the cut for a factory custom? That is just beyond me. This is like the coolest Datsun, I think, that they've brought out. I think this is by far the dopest Datsun that they brought out. It just looks so much more vintage, and I don't know. There's something about it. To me, I think this is a better looking car than the 510. That may be an unpopular opinion. That's okay. I have a lot of unpopular opinions. I'm just surprised that it didn't make the cut for factory custom, because I would have loved to have one of these, you know, in a different color with some real rides on it. And now, to get the real rides on it, I gotta drill it, and I don't really like doing that anymore. This is a sick little car, and you know, I actually don't mind the color, and I don't mind the graphics and the livery, because they have stuck to the that vintage Japanese racing livery with the blank circles, and you got the Yokohama, your sponsor badges. You got the Datsun logo back here on the back end. I think that looks killer. You have your exhaust coming out here out of the passenger side. It's a right-hand drive. And the lines on this car are just really, really nice. The fenders, the way that they're flared out. A nice looking racing stripe across the center. And there's a lot of sculpted detail here too. There's a lot of detail that could be done on this car. I really hope that we see this car hit one of the adult collector lines. Whether it's the entertainment line or the car culture line, I think would be awesome. Or something like that. I think it's all going to depend on the popularity of it. I don't think it's as popular as they were anticipating it to be, which is surprising because right now, vintage JDM is all the craze. And that's exactly what this is, but just doesn't seem to be a lot of interest in it. This is a casting I'm probably going to pick up quite a few. Maybe I'm just overexcited about it. I don't know. Tell me what you all think. Comment below. Do you like the Datsun Fairlady, or do you prefer the 510 or the 240 or the Wagon? The Wagon is awesome. Don't get me wrong. Those are all awesome cars. This just has more of a classic car look to it, I think. So, anyways, that's my haul. Another thing I like about this too, before I end, a lot of times this is what you get with Hot Wheels. I don't know if you guys are thinking what I'm thinking. It's a good looking car. I don't really care much for the rear wheel being bigger than the front wheel. You know, sometimes it doesn't always look bad. Sometimes it looks pretty bad. I don't know. I think this car, I think every car looks better when they're all the same size. That's one thing they did with this. They also did it with the 510 and the 510 Wagon. The Z has the back wheel that's bigger. So I really like how they kept all the front and rear tires the same size. That's another plus. I will have to find a set of wheels for this, and you know what? I might drill a Driftsta or a Mazda from the car culture for this car. That thing is sweet. So anyways, tell me what you guys think. Do you guys like that Datsun? Is it something you think you'll pick up? And is it something that you think Hot Wheels should release in a premium line? Let me know. And that's the cracking video for tonight. Let me get a better focus here to close the video out. Got some nice Americana in there, some American muscle, and some nice European and Japanese vintage. So cool. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. Thank you for supporting the channel. I think I'm 320 subscribers. I was gonna do a 500 subscriber giveaway. I still might, but I'm thinking I might wait till 1,000 and do something huge. It's either gonna be a 500 giveaway. It'll be a good giveaway, but it won't be like massive. Or I could wait until 1,000 and do something crazy, like give away a candy striper or something like that. So I don't know. You guys feel free to comment on that too. But again, thanks for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. And I'll holler at the next video.